A lot of you may remember when close to a year ago I dropped the bombshell exposing a pioneer of the haunter community, Jobeanvideos, also known as Jordan, for predatory and pedophilic behavior. Since then, there's been no update, or at least to what the public has seen. Today I have potentially some of the most vile and disturbing pieces of information to drop out of all of this, along with irrefutable proof that Jordan is doing this, for those who still thought otherwise. This is Willow Loves Halloween, and you are watching Predator Prowlers. Assuming you already saw the first video I published almost a year ago exposing one Jordan Hyde, as the events of his previous offenses would take too long to recap, you know one of his main focal points was that he was changing, getting help, and consulting a psychiatrist about his pedophilic behaviors, and that he's coming out a changed man with no urge to look at child pornography. Well, he must have gotten the help he said he would, right? Yeah, no. Taking a look at the Telegram profile of Jobeanvideos, we can see that his bio reads, gay, bottom, just want to make friends, I love twinks, farting. Presumably normal fetish content, nothing that is really wrong. That is until you really dig deeper into his profile. Taking a look at the groups he's in, you'll see three in specific that stick out. Nutmaster's Playground, Nutmaster's Ice Cream Castles, and Nutmaster's Sandbox. Well, what's interesting about these is the content in the groups in specific. In a screenshot taken from the Nutmaster Sandbox group, you can see multiple messages discussing the purchasing and exchange of child porn. You may be asking, how do we know for sure this is Jordan's profile? The phone number that is publicly registered under the profile, which is the primary way for Telegram users to connect with other Telegram users, is one of Jordan's known phone numbers. Proof of this without showing the entire number is that it is possessing the area code of 710, which is Bismarck, North Dakota's area code, which is known to be where Jordan Hyde resides. Another question is, how do we know for certain that Jordan is in the groups? Taking a look at the screenshot, we can see an empty variant of the profile that we showed earlier. This is because you are looking at what it looks like when another user on Telegram blocks you. It resets back to the default contact for them in your phone, and as well as not showing them an activity status. Same bio, same number, and all. As you can see here, it still shows the mutual groups that you and the user are in. Now, the final questions you may be asking about this is how in specific is this user in the same pedophilic groups as Jordan, and how are the screenshots of the contents of these groups obtained? A 13-year-old boy, who we're keeping anonymous, was invited by Jordan to all these pedophilic groups listed in order for the boy to make friends there. In a voice message that I will play, Jordan is asking him to join and telling the minor that he has a friend he wants the minor to meet by the name of quote-unquote Angel Boy. Keep in mind while I play these, Angel Boy is alleged to be in his mid-20s.
I have some videos, but I don't feel like sharing those. I mean, maybe at a later time, but I don't know if I can add you to the Nutmaster ones, and those ones have a lot of cool people and friends in there. Do you want to be in some of those groups? I can message the admin and see if he can add you. Yeah, I think if you click all three of these links, you can join all the Nutmaster groups. There's three of them. You will have a lot of people that will message you and want pictures, and if you don't, they just block you right away. Just ignore those ones. Those ones are stupid. But there's some genuine people in here that just like to be friends like me. I'd like you to meet Angel Boy as long as you don't mention him to anyone else in the community. He can't. That's to say between us. So yeah. But I'd like you to meet him if you want. She's a blonde as well. There's actually also an 11-year-old on here. That's one of Angel Boy's best friends. He takes care of him a father figure and stuff. He calls him and puts him to sleep on call, kind of. But yeah, he's really nice. I've talked to that kid a lot too. We're here to just be ourselves, to make friends with the genuine good people and not the bad ones. Because there is two completely different sides, and people don't realize this. They think all are bad, but they're not. There's two sides. There's the bad side and the good side. Okay, I just hope you warm up to at least Angel Boy. Are you nervous, or are you just kind of busy, or what? Angel Boy would be willing to send you his nudes. I have them, but he wants you to talk to him first, though. Trust me, he's hairless too. His looks nice. All the groups that I added you to, the park one and all the Nutmasters, he's in all those too. He's like one of the most known members in there that everyone likes, pretty much. So this is the group I created just for us three, so...
As you can tell, this is uncovering a whole other ring of pedophilia and grooming that Jordan Hyatt is involved in. This behavior is absolutely sickening. He surrounds himself with other pedophiles that he calls his friends. As well, Jordan thinks this is okay. He says multiple times that it's a quote-unquote good community. Jordan is saying this about a Telegram group that is involved in the distribution of child pornography, as well as the grooming and potentially trafficking of several minors. This as well confirms that Jordan has been now purchasing and possessing even more child pornography, a behavior that hasn't changed since we last visited him in November. A lot of you may assume that this is the worst extent Jordan went with a 13-year-old victim, but that is unfortunately the farthest thing from the truth. Jordan would create an encrypted chat on Telegram with this minor, far more secretive than if you were just to open a normal chat with another user. This encrypts the messages and tells recipients if anything is screenshotted or saved. Here would be where Jordan would send a plethora of inappropriate messages, multiple being nude images of himself. He sent well over 30 nude images to this minor, which for several reasons that are more than obvious I will not be showing here. And as well, it is reported from the 13-year-old that Jordan requested him to masturbate on call, and as well, when the minor was over at his house, Jordan asked him to quote-unquote fart in his face so he could get off. The nude images are confirmed to be Jordan, as in multiple of them, he would end up showing his face in the photos, as well as several shots of his room, said room at this point having become very recognizable to people familiar with him and the content that he creates. Along with all this, Jordan got messy and admitted that he sent the 13-year-old inappropriate photos on a voice message, of which the part in specific I will play a snippet of now.
The reason you're not really talking to him because you're jerking off, but he could make you more horny by sending you his pictures. Are you still looking at my pictures? Damn, I really didn't think they were that good.
It can be noted that the first instances of the nude photos being sent to the 13-year-old happened all the way back in June of 2024 and have been continuing on to September of 2024, meaning this has been happening for 3 months until it was brought to light. This is the only known public instance of this happening, and it's terrible. On top of the victim that is already known, the harsh reality of an already nightmare you're watching being played out is that there could be more victims that we don't know about at this time. You may be asking, why hasn't this predator been caught yet? A lot of this exposing seems like simply idle hands, all bark but no bite. At first it seemed like nobody had attempted to do anything to get him reported. Well, the thing is, it has. A lot. Since July of 2023, from when Jordan originally admitted to possessing child pornography, he was reported not only to his local authorities, but also to the FBI several times. The thing is though, they didn't see it as serious enough, nor did they find the evidence to bring him to justice. Hopefully this time around, with all the evidence that was gathered, something can be done about this predator and in turn bringing him to justice.